So Alex Berenson is a former New York Times reporter who wrote a fantastic book we featured a couple of times on this show. But for the last month or 6 weeks maybe, he's been deep into the numbers. As a layman, but a highly informed one. So you've heard, of course, the case that Dr. Lipkin made, and I thought it was a pretty restrained, thoughtful case. But it's a kind of variation of what we've been hearing a lot. What's your opinion of it?
Here's what I would say. I'm not an epidemiologist, okay? I'm not a scientist. And to some extent, I come at this from the same perspective that I came at when I wrote Tell Your Children, which, as you mentioned, we've talked about a couple of times, which is I'm a journalist. And what I think I'm pretty good at is seeing whether what people say lines up with what's really happening. And unfortunately, what we are seeing, and what we have seen for the last couple of weeks, is that the models that have predicted really apocalyptic things in places like New York City and nationally and in the UK don't seem to be matching what's going on in reality. And in some cases, these epidemiologic models are extremely new. They've gone extremely south in a matter of days. And so I think we really have to ask what's going on here and whether or not there are strategies that might be less damaging to the economy that would do just as well, because we've taken huge steps. We've put 10 million people out of work, more actually, because that's the official numbers. In just a couple of weeks, we've caused real societal harm and disruption, and we've done it on the basis of models that don't seem to line up with reality in real time.
So let me ask you, and this is a conversation we're going to continue on this show, and we're going to do something on it tomorrow, taking a look at what the predictions were and what the outcome has been, because it's important to keep track. But just give us a couple of examples of what you're talking about when you say the models haven't produced accurate results.
Sure. So the most recent one is the University of Washington model, which was created and released only a week ago, and as of today, predicted that as of today there would be about 50,000 people in New York State hospitalized with coronavirus, and there are about 12 or 13,000. So this is a model that the numbers in a week have been off by a factor of 3. And that's also true for ICU beds. I think the delta there is about 3 to 1. Meanwhile, there's a state model actually in Oregon that's gotten very, very little attention that was just revised on Monday to show that if Oregon did nothing, if it ended the lockdown, this is the state's own prediction, is that there would be 90 people in ICU beds at the beginning of May. This is a state with more than 4 million people. If the lockdown continued, there'd be 30 people. So that's about 2 people a day different being in ICU versus not. And the question is, are we going to lock the state of Oregon down, cause real societal disruption? In some cases, close school, force kids, to be home with parents, and in some cases maybe very stressed, maybe abusive. They're going to be out of sight of teachers. I'm very, very worried about the domestic violence and the child abuse implications of what we're doing.
I agree. I agree. And the alcoholism and the suicide note, you're right.
Exactly. And economic harm is real harm. So to me, the question is not, should we do something? Because of course we need to do something about this. The question is, do these massive lockdowns make sense when we can't even necessarily figure out how they're working?